Hi, welcome to the class, A Theory and Practice of Ministry. This is your kickoff class to your Doctor of Ministry program, and I'm Alan Ehler. I am the instructor for your class. I'm also your Dean of the Barnett College of Ministry and Theology here at Southeastern University, and it is a joy to be able to welcome you into the program. We look forward to seeing you here when you get here on campus later in September. But I want to give you a brief welcome to the class, to the program, and some of the steps you'll be taking along the way. You may have already, in fact, I'm pretty sure you've already heard from Dr. Jim Ehler, who's the director of our Doctor of Ministry program, and he will be your guide for the next 3 years as you take all of your courses and your 6 live sessions and then work on your dissertation. My course is really, as I said, the kickoff to get you thinking about research at the doctoral level and what that has to do with ministry. And the Doctor of Ministry degree program is intentionally designed to both integrate doctoral level research as well as biblical theology into the practice of ministry and do it at a level that you've not been able to do before. And that is the goal for us in this program. Now, I've been here at Southeastern University 7 years. This is now my 8th year, and one of my dreams when I arrived was a couple of things. One of them was to be able to launch a Doctor of Ministry program, and you will be a part of our 5th cohort, and it is exciting to just let you know how it has been a joy. We continue to get great feedback from our students, and in fact, I decided that I would assign you one of the books written by a graduate from our very first cohort. It just released this summer. Dr. David Dukeson released his book on neighborliness from his experience leading in the very racially charged city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and the steps he took to intentionally open his doors up to reach out to people who are different than he and the people in his church. And it's great to welcome you and also be not just an incentive to you in your program, but also see practical theology lived out, what the goal of this class is. And in fact, that book came out of his doctoral dissertation research. Now, it's written at a level that anybody can grasp, even all the way down to an elementary school student, so it's not like his dissertation in its style, but you can tell it's built on his dissertation's research. And I hope that you begin to get a vision for the kinds of research that you can do and go take and publish. And he's only one of many people who've been able to just see huge levels of influence. Dr. Bob Griffith, also in that same cohort, has now seen his work make it to the floor of Congress as a representative in his area, has talked about his initiative in reaching out to kids in broken families and who lack parents, and how can they be intentionally adopted in families through the foster system. And so it's incredible. And so part of the goal of my class is to get you thinking about your long-term research goals, what you're going to be working on for these next 3+ years in your own experience, and how you can lead at another level. Well, my class is set up like all the classes in the Doctor of Ministry program, where you will study independently as well as do some online interactive work and then come to campus for a live course session. Dr. Ehler is going to give you an overview of the program again, a little more detail. Then I'll pick you up Monday after lunch, and then we'll meet Monday afternoon, all day Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning. Then I'll hand you off the incredible Dr. Sam Hamby, who will take you to a higher level of leadership. And so my class, again, is going to deal with a lot of questions regarding research. And so I want to go over some of the things that we'll be doing. One of those is the way you will be assessed is these things called discussion forums. If you did any online work before, you've probably had those. My first one, I'm asking you to do a video intro, kind of like I'm giving for you. Take out your phone, your webcam, whatever, and record yourself in just a couple of minutes. Talk about who you are, your own experience, what's bringing you to the doctoral program, and then get to know one another. Then type at least replies to at least 3 others. I'd encourage you to at least do this for everybody. And then as much as you can. Remember, these discussion forums are going to be conversations that replace the experience you would have had if you were in the classroom every week for 2 or 3 days a week. Then you'll be doing some book critiques, and throughout the term I'll have you read different books. The first one I'm having you read is really probably the best book specifically for Doctor of Ministry dissertations. I've gotten to know Dr. Tim Sensing through our relationship with the Association of Theological Schools, and by the way, you will be the first class to enter since we achieved that gold star of accreditation with ATS in June when they voted us in for that, and that it's an exciting honor to just recognize the quality of the education that you are receiving. But Tim is down in Texas, and he has written a great book about how to do the dissertation. But I'm having you read this first because it also includes principles of research. And my goal is for you to begin thinking now about where you're going to do your dissertation on. In fact, the term paper for my class is kind of your chance to dip your toe in the water of the swimming pool. Like, you ever go to a place that had multiple pools and you're like, do I want to swim in that pool, or that pool? Now's your chance to dip your toe in, like, I like that water, because you're going to be doing a lot of swimming for the next 3 years as you write your dissertation. And I've seen the majority of students stay in doing something similar that they started in my class, but I've seen others who realize, wait a second, I'm not as passionate about that as I am about this later on. So it gives you a chance to do some other things there along the way. Another book I'm going to have you buy is this book called Turabian, we call it, because she was the author. Originally, she's not even alive anymore, but her name still sits on here. This is an older version. I want you to get the most up-to-date one, and that is, it is our graduate level book to tell us exactly how to do research and writing, but also what the standards are we're going to use in the formatting of our citations. As you know, that's always an important thing. And then the ultimate research guide I'm going to have you read is Paul Leedy and Jeannie Ormrod's Practical Research. And this is not just for theology students. It's any form of human subjects research. And it has really set the standard. I looked at a lot of books before deciding to assign you this one. I will say it is expensive, but I took away another expensive book in place of David Dukeson, so hopefully you'll thank me for that later. But this one is so good. It gives you such a great broad picture in terms of how research is done at the doctoral level. You're going to find it valuable. Do not give it away when you're done with my class. You'll need to go back to that again and again. And then finally, Michael Gorman is one of the leading New Testament scholars today in America, and his work is always so good. So this is a new book, just came out just last fall, called Participating in Christ, taking a look at the life of Paul in his own theology and spirituality, and I want you to have that sort of a framework in mind as you do it. So you'll write a short review on each of these books, just one page. Just one page is all you need to do, and then you'll do all of those. And then your big paper, your big project is going to be one research paper, going to be putting into practice the principles we're going to talk about in our live session. We'll have a lot of special activities we'll do that week, so be sure you plan to be here. Dr. Vigil will send you some instructions. Let me just say, we got great meal opportunities here on campus. We have some off campus as well in the area. It's probably not always going to have enough time to go off campus for lunch, but in the evenings there'll be some opportunities there, and we'll send you some information on lodging as well. But if there's anything I can do for you, please send me an email, ajehler@su.edu, or give me a call at area code 425-422-9902. God bless, and welcome to the program.